the same stars in the sky, but they seem so much kinder when we watch them, you and I.
1980, the world was introduced to Jason Voorhees from the film Friday the 13th. Rivaling Shirley Temple and Mickey Rooney, Jason not only stole our hearts, but the critics as well.
Our next movie is Friday the 13th, the final chapter, an immoral and reprehensible piece of trash.
The world was outraged when Paramount decided to kill off this little rascal in its previous film. The critics and audiences demanded more, so Friday the 13th, Part 5, A New Beginning was released. Is it the same old Jason that we know and love? Well, let's watch. This is grown-up Tommy Jarvis, having nightmares about Corey Feldman. Turns out he's staying in a health hospital in the same woods where his mother and friends were murdered, cause... But the camp is not all what it seems. Ugh, typical horror movies, always picking on the fat kids. He looks pretty disgusted. I wonder what he's gonna do about it. After having sex, a young couple are brutally murdered Jason style. I guess her eyes are wide shut. The mayor begins to freak out about all the murders, but claims Jason is dead. It's a Friday the 13th movie. Of course Jason's gonna be the killer.
Jason Voorhees is dead! His body was cremated. He's nothing but a handful of ash.
That's the reason why Jason's just a walking pile of ash in Part 6, Part 7, Part 8, Part 9, Part 10, and in Part 11. Anyways, the murders continue. That means there can only be one killer, Jason Voorhees. Bullshit, that's not Jason. Why? Because he doesn't have that axe mark from Part 3? It's that guy again. Wonder why they keep on showing him. Well, it's because he was Jason this entire time. Take that, Shyamalan. He was the father of the fat kid who was murdered at the start and decided to go on a killing spree to avenge a child who he wishes was never even born. He also survived getting bulldozed and stabbed and has the strength to crush a man's head with a belt. Yep, just like a normal person. Tommy begins to feel a bit stabby and decides to take his anger out on everyone else by becoming the new Jason, which we all know carried out into the next few films. Critics say this was just recycled garbage from the previous films, but I disagree. The black kid survives. That's a nice change. While making a worst to best Friday the 13th list, a lot of people would actually put this as the worst or maybe close to it on the list, but really, is it all that bad? Or is it all that different? I mean, the only difference is Jason is not the killer, but he also wasn't the killer in the first film. And, to be honest, it's more or less the same as the previous 4 films, so I don't think it's the worst. I guess it is poorly written like the previous films, but overall, if you like them, I think if you just get over the fact that Jason isn't the killer, it's not that bad.